We have Mr. Scott Cannon. It's about 5:48, so let's see what he has to say. Hello, Scott.
Hello, humans. I am Scott Cannon coming to you live on WLTH 1370 AM from the greatest city in all the world, Gary, Indiana. And this is the Counterpoint. Well, folks, as you may have heard, the Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin, has been reported to be gravely ill and possibly on her deathbed. Now, the news of this has brought an outpouring of well wishes and prayers for the woman who's considered by many to be the greatest singer America has ever produced. After all, British singer Marianne Faithfull once quipped that the voice of God is Aretha Franklin. And Rolling Stone magazine, notoriously elitist and unsoulful as it comes, even had to call Aretha the greatest singer of all time. But when I heard the news about Miss Franklin's infirm state, I was sad not just because of what Aretha has given to us artistically with that great voice, but what her impending or possible death symbolizes. The death of real singers and real musicianship. Now, full disclosure, I grew up right here in Gary, went to Emerson School for the Visual and Performing Arts, and studied vocal music at the feet of Jeanette Cowan and Emlyn Boynes for 7 years. So I know a little bit something about singing. And what you hear on the radio today ain't real singing, folks. And what you're hearing on the radio ain't real musicianship. Now, before you all call me an old crank who's just hating on new music and musicians, first of all, how dare you? Second of all, I'm not that old. I'm a millennial who just wrote about how he grew up loving watching MTV last week. But even as a hip-hop head and a lover of house and other electronic dance genres, I have to admit that I miss hearing real singing and musicians on the radio. Over the weekend, I watched this great documentary on the LA studio musicians from the 60s and 70s called The Wrecking Crew. Now, the Wrecking Crew played on records for everybody from Sonny and Cher to the Ronettes to Ike and Tina Turner to Frank Sinatra and the Beach Boys. In those songs, you can actually hear the timelessness of the music made by people who know what the hell they're doing. Over the years, the music industry has slowly phased out real musicians and artists and replaced them with machines and puppet singers and rappers, if you can even call them that. Even in hip-hop, an inherently electronic genre of music, we've seen the music change in artistic quality and content to pander to non-black audiences. Now, it's obvious some of this, at least some of it, is intentional. R&B singer Eric Benet was blasted last week for talking about the pathetic state of R&B music, claiming that black singers are purposely drummed out of the industry in favor of non-black ones, which is something that I've been noticing for a long time too. We're not getting Aretha's, Whitney's, or Regina Belle's, or Stephanie Mills anymore. Nah, we're getting Adele's, Justin Timberlake's, Bruno Mars, Christina Aguilera's. Artists who have obviously studied black artists down to the swag and timbre of the voice. Meanwhile, black artists are all shuffled into this sort of mongrel rap R&B genre in the mainstream. The white artists are applauded and lauded for their vocal talents. Meanwhile, the black artists are overly sexualized with their actual talents placed way in the background. The fate of musicians isn't any better with guitarists, bassists, and drummers almost all being completely disappeared from popular music. Like I said, I love hip-hop and electronic music. But what I don't like is that the music industry has used these genres to destroy and marginalize other types of music. Hip-hop wasn't supposed to replace R&B or rock and roll, but provide a new lane for young people to step into and express themselves in the way that they wanted to. They were supposed to work hand in hand, not be in competition. But for the record companies, all they see is the bottom line, which is the inherent problem. If we don't wake up and start supporting real artists, making real music, and challenge these music monopolies that only care about money, then we won't only be losing Aretha Franklin in the near future, we'll be losing our culture as well. Okay, folks, you can chop it up with me on Twitter at The Chemist Lives. The Chemist is spelled with a K, as I'm a product of that Gary Community School system that I talked about. And we can talk about politics, music, sports. You can just tell me how terrible I am at my job. Or you can just listen to me in a few minutes on Issues and Answers with Jonathan Booz and the McGee Report, brought to you by the precocious hostess with the mostest, Jamelia McGee, who I swear will be back one day soon. I am Scott Cannon, and that was the Counterpoint on WLTH 1370 AM. God bless the working class, and God bless labor, humans. I'm out.
All right, so really quickly here for some entertainment news. Oh, let me see. We have a caller. We normally don't take calls, but I'm just going to take it really quickly just to see what's going on here. Hello, caller. You're on the Region Roundup.
No, I'm just checking on something. Okay, did he say Aretha Franklin died?
No. She hasn't passed, but they're saying that she is gravely ill.
Oh, okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for calling in. Have a good one. All right, so really quickly here, let's say, okay, so Tyrese, oh boy, all right, oh my goodness, so I can't, all right, so,
Always Tyrese. Whenever
oh
you hit
man,
Tyrese, you just go,
oh my goodness, all right, so apparently, now I'm on his side with this, okay,
Let me
now,
wait, hold on, before you say anything, let me
yes.
guess. He said something about black women, didn't he?
No, he didn't.
Oh, okay, all
no,
right,
he
all
didn't.
right.
But he just filed documents responding to Norma Gibson's request, which is his ex, for him to pay her divorce attorney.
Whoa.
What? Now, okay, so now they have to, of course, reveal some serious monthly expenses because he's like, I can't even pay to survive my own life, so I can't pay your lawyer right now. Now, according to the documents, Tyrese says he's dropping about nearly $114,000 each month for his mortgage, childcare, groceries, utilities, and that is not including the $10,000 in child support payments to Norma.
Wow.
So I feel like
Wow.
she should be able to pay her divorce attorney. If not, then I don't know. But I don't think you're supposed to ask him to pay for your divorce attorney. I've never been divorced, but I'm sure that's not how it works. Now moving on here really quickly to another story. Wow. Okay, so people are like outraged right now, right, with Disney because Jungle Cruise is a movie that they have coming out, and it will feature reportedly it will feature Disney's first openly gay character.
Oh, here we go.
But they are not upset about the fact that it's a gay character. They're upset that the actor isn't really gay.
Okay. You know, liberals. They just got mad
So
at
they're mad.
Scarlett Johansson because
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Yeah,
wasn't really transsexual.
which she actually pulled out of that project due to all the criticism she was receiving.
See,
So
liberals are a plague in our
I'm
society.
like, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, but that's like saying, I mean, it's been a lot of characters. That's like saying, that's the same thing as saying, oh, well, you have a bank robber role, but you didn't cast a real bank robber.
Exactly.
You
It's
know?
acting, folks.
Yeah, it's
It's
acting.
acting.
Exactly. That's what they do.
Acting.
So, I don't know. But yeah, it shocks me that they weren't upset about it being a gay character, but that's what I thought the outrage was going to be about, but nope, it's not about that. No release date on that movie yet, so they may be just, still, I guess, on the pre-production phases of it. And last but not least, Angelina Jolie. She's just been in the news all the time now. So apparently, she returned to the U.S. with her kids. They were like out of town or whatever to I guess visit their dad or whatever. But she was ordered to do so by the judge in her divorce court case. Well, no, I think they have to come here to visit Brad. And Angelina was shopping Sunday with 3 of her kids at Whole Foods, and according to the court documents, Angelina was ordered to return with the kids Saturday, and according to the judge's order, Brad Pitt has a right to the custody of the children for no less than 4 hours other than school days, and 12 I'm sorry, that's on school days, and 12 hours every other day on non-school days. Now they are in LA right now, where they have to go to court this week to hammer out more custody issues, but yeah, so I don't know.
Cheaper to keep her.
Yeah, that's what they say. I don't know. Oh my gosh. I'm like, wow, that's crazy. And they're saying like that Brad has come out of so much money with this divorce. So
Anytime Brad Pitt got beef, then you know.
I know, right? I know. You don't really.
Divorce is a killer.
Yeah. And I mean, he's not going down without a fight. So, I guess good for him. Stand up for what you deserve, I guess.
But this is karma.
It is.
Because of how he did the other chick.
Yeah, what's her name? Jennifer Garner, right?
Jennifer, yep.
Yeah, so, yeah, I mean,
She said someone laughing like,
Yeah, like you thought it was going to just be, peaches and cream out there, and nope, it's like, you thought it was going to be Peachy King, and she's like, I can sit back and drink my lemonade and just somewhere on the island with the fan, right? With the fan, just not worried about it. But that's all I have, though, for entertainment news.
Right.
Thanks. And really quick.